Alright, time to try and catch up on some email. Boy, this one's late. November 3rd, sorry. Okay, hello Kurt. It's Sunday morning, the 3rd of November in the Netherlands, and I just watched your video, Graceful Exit, Considering Suicide. Yeah, that was the video where someone was asking me about what methods of suicide might be the most graceful in terms of consequences to themselves. I imagine them referring to pain, and consequences to others. Although I think that the consequence to others part may have been something that I added. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I have ever seen you, so the person's writing to me now. Not the person who wrote the original email, but somebody else that watched the video. I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken up on camera. I hope you have recovered from the shock by the time you read my email. Yeah, I have. It's been like a month, and I'm sorry to be so late in getting back to you. I was going through the last month. I was going through a really tricky endeavor to something I haven't done for a couple of decades, studying hard. Well, maybe never. Studying hard to pass an examination for a job I'm aiming for in the States, and I just finished that, so I can finally catch up. I passed, by the way. I'm wondering how much time you take before deciding to make a video response to the letters and emails you get from subscribers. And I don't mean mails like mine, but the ones with questions from subscribers who are in deep distress. Maybe you should take a bit more time before responding to the questions about mental health issues. I do think you are a wonderful person, thank you, who likes to help others, but you should also think about yourself and try not to burden yourself too much. I don't know if the above makes sense or is just something that I wanted to write out of concern. Have a great day. Sincerely, there's your name. The way I typically work it is I respond as quickly as I possibly can. And usually you have to have it's kind of like if the muse has to be with you, the old inspiration. And if I read a message and I immediately feel compelled to respond, I just turn the camera on, as I did with that one. So that's why you got to see not only my response but my emotion. I was really shook up by that particular question. And in this case, I'm almost a solid month out from responding to you, and it had nothing to do with any of that. And I think I sent you an email telling you before that I was going to be late and apologizing for that, but it had nothing to do with as you can imagine, this is not an emotional email or one that requires much thought. It was just the logistics and the like. So that's, to answer your question, that's how I operate. I basically respond as quickly as I possibly can. Sometimes circumstances are such, like I'll be at work and I'll read a message and I just simply can't respond. Sometimes I'll have stuff that I'll need to wait for a good block of time. Like sometimes I'll go for a hike or a walk and I'll be able to get 2 or 3 responses out at the same time. But usually there's not a lot of forethought to things. Even if I've made a cursory read of a message before responding, usually the response comes immediately after rereading it, and then I just start doing what I do now, like I'm doing now, just kind of talking, and whatever comes out, comes out. So maybe your advice is good. I mean, I'm sure your advice is good. I mean, any advice that cautions one to give more thought and consideration before responding is good advice, and I'll try to heed that. Thanks for responding, and I hope that answers your question. Sorry to be so late in getting back to you. Take care, friend.